Welcome back to Spider-Man: The Silver Lining DLC. In theory, depending on how much is left, this might actually be the last part. Though there's still quite a bit left. I have to save the Silver Sable from the clutches of Hammerhead. Plus there are some more side missions or challenges or something that hasn't been done yet. So we'll see exactly how much is left, but in theory, we're getting close to the end of this DLC, and thus, close to the end of the Spider-Man experience, at least the first Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, from Insomniac Games.
That's a new smell. Yuck. Hope I find Sable before the fumes overwhelm her. If I can get through this without getting wet, that'd be a win. Hello? So cool. Whoa, look at this place. The amount of work it takes to make this city run is just crazy. I'll never take fresh water for granted again.
This specific stage reminds me a lot of the sewer system level of Mirror's Edge.
Let's see where this leads.
Especially that that ramp, that lower.
Nice. Okay, onward. Hammerheads, guys. They've taken over an abandoned subway platform. Gotta take these guys out, then look around for Sable.
I mean, they've got to have taken control of this subway platform for some reason. How about I'll perch up there? Also, it looks like there's some stuff I can drop on bad guys, but let's see.
Whoops.
Nope.
That would make a terrible ninja.
I was not aiming for that guy, I was aiming for the guy above him. Oh well.
You're done.
Oh, okay. Oh, big guy. Hello.
Won't be that easy to take me down.
Is that... Oh, no, that's not everybody. At the very least, since this is a main mission, I probably don't have to worry about Hammer sending wave after wave of his own men. By the way, once I'm done actually playing this game, I can finally retire this
Okay, that's all of them. Now,
this ongoing
if I follow the power cables, I'll
Futurama
find the
joke. Because hopefully the next game I play does not feature arena missions where I'm fighting multiple waves of bad guys. That's my goal.
I should follow the power cables. Hope that's not a load-bearing subway car. Nice. Okay, follow the yellow wire. Better not find any tunnel's blocked. But I think I can still squeeze through.
Can I? Oh, yes I can. Ooh, this is kind of cool. That's something this game doesn't quite tackle that often, is the perspective shift that Spider-Man deals with. Oh, no, he's wet.
Body bags? Well, this just took a turn.
Definitely. Also, I don't remember how deep I got into the conversation before.
Who was it? Don't remember his name. Sal's cousin, I think.
Was it messy?
Nah, he just came out all blue. I think he stopped breathing in there or something.
Did you hook up the oxygen line like I said?
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
Boss ain't gonna like hearing, I think so.
Then forget I said it. And I'll
So
see if
Hammerhead not only
job is
transformed himself, but now he's transforming all of his
Doesn't
employees.
smell like coffee.
Gotta do this quick, and then find Sable.
But I don't remember if I actually got into the whole discussion about it. But, like, Hammerhead transformed his own body. Like, there is nothing left of him but his face. Does that mean his body is actually
This place looks like their main base of
exists
operations.
somewhere?
Sable jetpacks. I'd pay good money to see Hammerhead's guys learning to fly in these things for the first time. Project Olympus. These pods require a lot of electricity. Must be why they're leeching off the subway.
I told you, I just helped manufacture these things. I didn't design them.
Guess we got the wrong guy then. On the bright side, now we got our first test subject.
No! No! Don't turn it on! Please! Just give me a few minutes. I can figure it out.
Now that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to be thrown into some untested technology as well.
XRT-89. Subterranean Troop Deployment Vehicle. That's the real name? I'm sticking with Dig Boy.
Yeah, subterranean deployment vehicle does make more sense than Dig Boy.
All this stuff belongs to Sable?
Yeah, most of it's overseas, though. What are you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking about how she took over the whole city in a matter of days.
You mean back during that Devil's Breath thing? Yeah, that was crazy.
Not so crazy when you got the right equipment.
Well, we got those digging things.
Not good enough. If we want the best stuff, we're gonna need her.
Yeah, okay. How are we gonna do that?
Just keep taking her stuff. She'll come to us.
Ah, interesting. So, in order to get the best stuff, they need her to bring it over from Simcaria.
I should have a look around, see what I can learn.
So what else is left for me to do? Clearly the answer is not
Imagine working in a
that.
place like this. Terrible feng shui.
Yep, nope, no.
No sign of Sable. I really don't want to check those body bags. Maybe there's still some tunnel I missed.
Ah, there we go.
Whoa. If Hammerhead gets his hands on this thing, we're in serious trouble.
What is that? A boat of some kind?
Sable. Sounds like she's close.
That cop almost killed me. I thought you said I'd be indestructible.
I said almost indestructible. After all, you're still human.
Then make me less human.
I'm not sure what you mean.
I mean what I said. Now get to work.
Well then.
Sounds like it there. Huh. The only way out is through.
It is upwards and onwards.
High voltage wires and sewer water. What could possibly go wrong? If there's one takeaway from this underground lair thing, It's that Hammerhead should have fewer thugs with guns and a lot more safety inspectors.
Every minute I am here is another nail in your coffin.
You got spirit. I like it.
I will never give you what...
That's what he gets for having crappy tools. Yeah, she wasn't really having a very good day.
You came back for me. Why?
Because I need you.
I work alone.
I used to say the same thing. I know what's happening in Symkaria. I know why this means so much to you.
You think you know, but you do not know.
I've got an idea. That's got to be good enough.
You trust me. Look, I think I know how we can take down that monster, but I can't do it alone.
Damn it! He let her loose!
Nah, crap. I mean, I really am not that worried, but still.
Here's the plan. Good plan.
I like her plan, actually. It seems to work. Also, I just noticed there are a lot of pods in this area. I did not expect that this Spider-Man game would have me fighting against the pod people, but here we are. And it kind of extends to,
Kinda nice to have you on my side for once.
Shut up and fight!
You gotta work on your fight banter, though.
Watch it! They're working together!
it kind of extends on the theme of oh my god, okay, there is a lot of stuff. Of Hammerhead making himself less human. That the idea of humanity is less important than the act of gaining power. Although I suppose that's probably better quoted
Force, okay?
by Dracula in Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Are you...
Which, right now, I'm sure the quote is going to be a little bit harder for me to remember. It goes something like, what worth... is a unlimited power if you lose your soul to gain it. It goes something like that. I could look it up right now, but I don't really want to interrupt the flow of this combat because I'm not sucking too much. Oh, shit. Ah, damn it. Okay. Wabam. And suspension matrix. Oh no. And trip bite. And spider drone.
Your weapons are effective in combat. You must teach me how to use them.
I wish I could, but it's a whole big intellectual property thing.
Okay. Damn it. Let's go toss you out.
Hey, Sable, where did you learn to fight?
On the streets of Symkaria.
Yeah? I learned from watching movies. We should compare notes.
Okay. That was a big fight. Awesome.
That was awesome! High five!
Also, if there's anything that could be benefited from for Spider-Man 2, is one, more team-ups.
No, you left me hanging, right?
Is more team-ups and more team-up moves to be used in-game.
There are medical records in here.
Yeah, mostly about that metal plate in his head.
Carbon steel.
Super strong, pretty sensitive to
Heat.
High.
Have an idea.
I solemnly swear to do whatever you tell me to.
I will call soon.
Finally.
But yeah.
Okay, so it looks like needs some sort of device to specifically target heat towards his forehead, which sounds very specific,
Guess I'll do some
especially
fighting
since
work
you're
while
probably
I
going to
wait
have
for
to
Sable's
fight
call.
him in the meantime.
Hey, what's that?
What is that? Is that the
What's with all the yellow
final
stuff?
remaining
Huh. Is this some weird street artist thing?
secondary
report.
mission?
Looks like someone was killed during a mugging, but nothing was stolen. What's with the audio recorder?
So, you have some work-related stress. Well, you came to the right place. That's my specialty.
So they tell me.
Give me some more specifics about how you're feeling.
Guess you could say I put a lot of pressure on myself. I like to be the best. Plus, I have a very demanding boss.
And what kind of work do you do?
Everything here stays confidential, right?
Of course.
Good. Because if any of this gets out, you're a dead man.
The case file says 1 of 9. There must be more of these out in the city. There's a bunch of GPS coordinates here. I love treasure hunts, but something tells me I'm not gonna find a chest full of gold at any of these places.
Alright, it looks like crime scene recordings are the final... Nope, there's one more locked thing. There is one more locked thing. Okay, let's take care of these crime scene reports for now and then move on to that.
Hey, Peter. Just letting you know I haven't left the house.
Glad to hear it. What's up?
I've been listening to the police radio, and there's stuff happening all over the city, like constantly.
Pretty overwhelming, isn't it?
How do you do it? I mean, you can't be everywhere at once.
Remember what May used to say? You help someone, you help everyone.
Yeah, but I never really understood what she meant.
Okay. You know that lady that came in to feast the other day with her 2 kids?
The one who just got evicted?
Yeah. After she found a job and was about to move into her new place, she told me, as soon as I get my first paycheck, I'm sending as much as I can back to the shelter.
So we helped her, and now she wants to help others. Helping is like a force multiplier.
Exactly.
May was pretty great, wasn't she?
The greatest. I'm gonna send you an address as soon as I'm done with all this, so stay ready. And bring those web shooters with you.
Finally!
Or paid forward.
This looks familiar. I think it's the last known location of a Magia informant who disappeared a few months ago.
I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I think we should end the session.
Sorry, Doc. I didn't mean to scare you. I've just been paranoid lately. Like I said, stressful job.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about your job. Describe a typical day.
Typical day? Guess it starts with waking up, checking my phone, see who the boss wants me to hit that day. Then I go grab breakfast. I've been trying to do that keto thing, you know? Then I do the hits. Sometimes it's messy, so I gotta head home and clean up. I try to get to the gym in the afternoon, then dinner, and
Sorry, can you go back for a moment? What does do a hit mean exactly?
It means I kill who my boss tells me to. I'm pretty good at it by now. Got quite the resume.
This guy sounds like a Magia enforcer. Feels like this is just part of the story. I should keep an eye out for more scenes like this.
Also, I suppose this will give me something to do while no main mission has kind of cropped up on the map. Okay, this is a little bit tricky because apparently the clue could be anywhere in this area, even underneath, taped underneath ledges. Okay, so I guess there's a limit to how far the package might be, which is good. Because if there wasn't a limit, then I'd have to really look around everywhere.
Whoever's setting up these scenes really likes the color yellow.
Huh. And again, whoever's setting these up should have the ability to travel up here. The only character that we know of, or characters that we know of who can easily do this would be
another crime report.
The Black Cat, the Black Cat's father, potentially, and Silver Sable.
Let's hear what the recorder has to say.
So what do you think, Doc?
Well, clinically, you're a sociopath. You have no remorse for your actions. You clearly are not stressed. I doubt you think there's actually anything wrong with you. So, why did you really come see me today?
You're smart. I like that. Okay, let's get right to it then. You do what I tell you, and I won't kill your family.
Whoa.
You want to get right to it? Okay then. I know why you're really here. I knew who you were the minute you walked in that door. And I also know that before I do anything for you, you're gonna do something for me.
Well, that took a turn. These
Yeah.
crime scenes all feel like covers for Magia hits. And if the guy on the tape is a Magia enforcer, maybe he's the one who killed all these people.
Also, somebody had to take one recording and divide it up into 9 pieces. So who was that?
I am ready.
Oh, hello.
Meet me at my base.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly do you have a base in the city that I don't know about? Right, good talk.
She also has a
She
ship
always hanging up on me.
and the ability
Maybe she didn't hang up on
to
purpose.
go stealth.
We probably just got disconnected. She could be waiting for me to call her back. Or she could be running out of minutes on her cell phone plan. I mean, she's probably doing international roaming. That stuff is expensive. Or maybe she just really needed to polish her pistols. Let's apply Occam's razor. The simplest and most obvious solution is... she hates me.
I don't know, those pistols
Logic
are
takes the
quite
fun out of
shiny.
everything.
Oh, here we go. That was pretty easy.
Someone fell to their death from this ledge. It was ruled an accident. But was it? On the last recording, the therapist turned the tables on the Magia guy.
Welcome back. Have a seat. So, did you bring the,
Here. Hope this takes care of your cash flow problem.
Right. It most certainly does. Thank you. So, I assume you came to me because I have a few
So the
police
therapist was
officers.
taking
That's correct.
bribes.
You assume correct. But my boss and I are only interested in one of them.
And who might that be?
Captain Yuri Watanabe.
Yuri? How is she mixed up in this? I'm afraid of where this story is going. I have to keep following it.
I was wondering if Yuri was going to end up showing up again in the storyline.
Another setup for me.
Oh, yeah. And fairly easy to find this time. I guess I only really had difficulty with the first one. Although, here's the question. Where is the package on this one? Oh, hello.
Police ruled this a suicide, but Yuri had her doubts. The victim was part of Hammerhead's crime family. In the last recording, they talked about getting Yuri's mental health records.
Here's Captain Watanabe's file.
This everything?
Yes.
You ever record her sessions?
No, I never record any sessions. That'd be unethical.
And yet this session has been
I'd like
recorded.
you to record her next session. And my boss has a list of questions he'd like you to ask. That gonna be a problem for you?
No problem.
I feel like I shouldn't be listening to these, and yet I can't stop. Seems that whoever left these wasn't satisfied with what the police concluded. I hope whoever's leaving these has a good reason.
Exactly. There's a question. Who could possibly gain something from leaving these hanging around? Now, is it Yuri herself?
I remember Yuri saying this was ruled an accidental death. Food poisoning, I think. All of these reports are from the last year or so. But last month, Yuri assigned herself to all of these cases. Was Yuri the one who left all those recordings?
Okay, Yuri, let's move on. Have your obsessive thoughts about the suspect continued?
Yes. Sometimes I feel like I've almost got him. And sometimes I feel like I'll never get him.
Are you doing your breathing exercises?
Trying to.
But...
I know who he is. I know where he is. And I know what he's done. But I can't do anything. Not without legally admissible evidence.
that must be frustrating.
You have no idea.
Seems like Yuri's hunch is that the guy on the tape is the guy that killed all these people. I think she might be right.
Yeah, the other guy on the tape seemed pretty busy. Pretty busy murdering people. And threatening to murder people. There we go.
I remember this. A person got electrocuted accidentally, but the victim had ties to Hammerhead. Yuri tried, but couldn't find evidence of foul play. On the last one, Yuri sounded frustrated.
You have no idea.
That's it?
Yes. I mean, we talked a little bit about her medication, but...
When is the next session?
Why? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do whatever my boss tells me to do.
Oh no. Are they setting up a hit on Yuri? Gotta get to those other locations.
Also, that's supposed to be from a year ago. So, are some of these recordings supposed to be more recent?
I think there was a hit and run here
Okay.
recently. The victim was set to testify against one of Hammerhead's men. But of course, police never found a suspect. These case files are getting more and more recent. This one happened just a few weeks ago.
And there's only one more case file left.
Well, the chief knew I was working undercover with you. I can't afford to lose my job. Maybe I should be the one doing breathing exercises.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Don't worry. I won't tell if you don't. Also, you're doing great. You're a very authentic-looking doctor.
Ooh.
I think.
You think he knows you were wearing a wire?
If he does, he's a hell of a good liar.
He's a Magia enforcer. We know he's a good liar. Question is, does he know he's being lied to?
We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. You sure about all this?
We catch him in the act of trying to murder a police officer, he gets put away for life.
Yuri, what are you doing? I have to find her.
Ah. So the therapist is actually working for Yuri. And Yuri is attempting to set up the enforcer. So then who is placing the recordings? Is it Yuri or is it somebody else trying to back Yuri up?
I think I'm close to the last crime scene location.
Yep, one more
Yuri's been
clue
here.
left.
Where's the file? There's the case file. And the last recording. I remember Yuri telling me about a drowning here. She was suspicious because the victim was a competitive swimmer.
Hey, strike a pose, Evie. Check it out. It really is you.
Hey, Captain.
You ready for this?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm all wired up on my way to the office. Just picking up a coffee first.
Okay. Drinks are on me when this is done.
Looking forward to it, Captain.
Yuri's suspended, but she still won't give up. Hard not to respect that.
Hi, can I just get a large coffee?
Hey there, Dad. Who's that you were just talking to?
Oh,
Oh.
hey.
No. Oh, why did I listen to that?
Because you wanted to know the truth.
Call from an unknown number. Hello?
Hello, old friend.
It's Yuri.
Meet me at the corner of Madison and 23rd. We need to talk.
Wait, Yuri! Ah, she's gone. With all that's happened to Yuri, she must be beyond hurting. She doesn't do anything without a reason. So why did she lead me on a grisly crime scene tour? She must have a lead on this enforcer guy. It'll be nice to see her. Maybe help her deal with whatever she's dealing with.
Also, if she really wanted me to help her out, she could have just been like, hey, Spider-Man, there's this grisly murder guy. Why don't you help me out? You don't need... I was planning to like put packages of therapy tapes along with the revelation that the therapist was working for the police and was killed. Just litter them throughout the city. But you know what? I decided I wanted to speak directly to you.
Yuri, what did you do? That's the Magia enforcer. Dead. And the case files from all his victims. This guy killed all these people. But does that mean he deserved to die?
Probably?
I know what you're gonna say, but just hear me out. The system works most of the time, but there are times when it doesn't. And to me, that's unacceptable. Some people put their trust in fate, or karma, or whatever.
So Yuri has become the Punisher.
Trust me.
You can't kill people, Yuri.
Apparently I can. And you know what? It felt good.
You need to turn yourself in.
For what? I just dispensed justice. True justice. And I restored a little bit of balance to the world.
You're my friend, Yuri. I don't want to come after you.
You do what you have to do, and I'll do what I have to do. Goodbye, Spider-Man.
Yuri! What am I gonna do? This all makes sense now. What Yuri did to Hammerhead. She's been struggling with this for a while.
She's been wanting to become the enforcer of the mob, should I say.
But she's also the most tenacious and stubborn person I know. This was a bad guy for sure, but killing him? That's too much.
Ooh, and I got a new suit. Although it looks as though there isn't going to be a confrontation between myself and Yuri just yet. Maybe that's waiting for Spider-Man 2. Or that's going to be waiting for the final confrontation against Hammerhead. Though really, at this point, would the death of Hammerhead necessarily be... would it be murder at this point? Is he a human being still? How much of a person's body would a person have... I guess this is the whole, like, ship of Theseus argument. The one that goes, like, how many... If you have a ship, and you replace the boards of that ship, how many boards do you have to replace before it is no longer the original ship? If you are a human being, and you replace all of the parts of your body, how long until you are no longer a human being? Is the only essential part the brain? Or is there more to being a human than just the ability to think, to walk upright? the entire idea, I guess, of humanity. Ah, hello.
Let's get to work.
So where's this base you talked about?
Oh, it's the ship.
Whoa. Your toys are so much cooler than mine.
Well, they're also probably better funded. Also, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think I watched that in between playing Turf Wars and now. It is awesome. So if you want to watch not just a great Spider-Man film, but an awesome like action movie,
But now that all of New York City has seen it, Hammerhead will probably be here soon.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the one to see. Ah, we're luring him into another trap.
I have acquired the Class 5 laser array. We need to calibrate it to prevent it from overheating.
Lucky for us, I'm working on my master's in calibration. Let's do this. Okay, what's first?
Pull the housing array into place.
On it. Whoa, nice laser.
Alright.
Housing locked.
Done and done.
We are not done.
Oh,
We must reset the targeting field aerials.
sure thing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exit the hangar and navigate to the top of the nearby transmitters.
Alrighty. So, we should talk about the strategy with Hammerhead, don't you think?
What is there to talk about?
Find him. Then focus the laser on the plate in his head. The laser will heat the carbon steel to critical temperature, which will rearrange its molecular structure.
And soften it so I can knock him unconscious. I get that part, but how do you know it won't, melt his brain?
When the wolf attacks the sheep, he risks getting shot by the shepherd.
Okay, well, Shepard, just remember my no-killing rule, okay?
Alright, I guess in that case, what's his face? He'll end up having to
Done.
be another one of those abominations that Spider-Man gets locked up on the raft.
Power levels.
Cool. Wait, this doesn't involve shooting me, does it?
Not yet. But I do need you to launch those targets.
Right.
Eventually, that will mean
Ready?
shooting me.
Ready.
Bombs away! Hit it! Pull!
Just a few more.
Cool with me, this is fun!
Pretty accurate. Pretty fast.
Here comes another one! Nice shot! Is this how modern militaries do skeet shooting? Oh, can we do one more? Please?
You are a child.
Yeah, well, we're all children on the inside.
Is that it?
Whoa!
Come back. There's one more thing to do.
On my way.
We must adjust the gyroscopic navigation stabilizer in order to compensate for the weight of the laser. Go to that terminal and wait for me to activate the system.
Okay. So, do I wait and then press the triangle button, or...
System ready.
I'm going in. Okay, that should do it.
Yep, hello.
You two teaming up now? Cute. But it ain't gonna do no good.
Alright.
Use a little help here. That's it.
I am trying.
Okay, I'll just do the hammer.
You think you're hurting me?
Almost there.
Ah, nothing hurts me no more.
Can't let him hit me.
I just want to thank you for showing me what I've been doing wrong for years. If I want to rule this city, I gotta modernize, evolve. Ah. Now that I'm involved, it's time for me to...
Sable, what's your status?
Laser is back online.
Now I can get in close.
Look at me! You can't kill me! I need reinforcements! Now!
He can't be killed, but he still needs reinforcements.
Keep trying, keep failing! I'm indestructible! Time to die, hero! You're going down!
You know, the addition of all these ads definitely makes this mission boss fight a lot trickier than it would be otherwise. Okay.
You guys just don't give up, do you? I respect that, but I'm still gonna kill you!
Oh, hello.
Love your tech, Sable! Too bad I gotta use it to take you out!
Damn it, Trebek.
You fight good, but not as good as me!
Okay.
What do you think?
Gotta move fast before he recovers.
You think that hurt me? Not even! Still no respect.
All these superheroes in this town, I give no respect.
A guy who knows when to quit.
Commencing bombing run. Damn, I missed.
Keep him coming. I'll make sure the next one hits.
Okay, do I get reinforcements or just to deal with this shielded wonder? Throw Sable's bombs at... Okay. Okay.
Indestructible, huh? I think not.
Okay, so we do get reinforcements as well as his shield, but at least his shield isn't really...
Come in your way, bug!
Oh, crap.
This shield's too strong. I need to disable it first.
Okay, so... Oh, and he also has the ability to,
Yay, teamwork!
Okay. That is definitely a step in the right direction.
Indestructible, huh? I think not.
You're gonna regret that!
No, but you will.
You got skills!
Damn it.
One chance! Join my crew! Or stop!
Coming in. Get ready.
Yeah, this won't work.
The shield is down.
Alright. Okay, we'll definitely need to get some health back, and also to...
I gotta be quicker.
Locking in.
Alright, so I didn't really need to use the special attacks quite so much.
Keep your distance. Let him use his head.
Good tip.
Incoming.
Yes, got it. Time to get personal.
Damn it.
Yay, teamwork!
Okay, so now I don't know
Love your tech, Sable. Too bad I gotta use it to take you out.
exactly where in this fight this is. Like, is this like the first section in which Sable has started dropping bombs? Because I did hit him a bunch of times before that, or should I say after that.
Let him hit me!
Let's see you done this.
Damn it. Okay, that.
You're going down.
At the very least, it doesn't. It seems like I don't really have to worry about. Damn it. Okay, but at least I don't have to mash the square button again and again. Exactly how waterproof is he? Or impact resistant?
That was fun. Hey, you have dinner plans? I know this great pizza place.
I must return to Simcaria.
Right. You have a war to fight.
I do not like to fight. Do what I have to in order to help my people.
I know. That's what heroes do.
I am no hero. But you have taught me a few things.
Oh yeah? Like what?
How to high five?
Disarm my enemies with bad jokes.
Actually, they're good jokes, but I understand humor can be subjective.
That's what I tell my friends all the time.
For everything. I don't do hugs.
Yeah, right. Of course. Hey, can I get a lift back to the city? I'd swim, but it'd take forever to get the river smell out of my suit.
So is Hammerhead dead? Is she just leaving her boat there unoccupied? I mean, that's a cool exit, but I guess Hammerhead's dead. Maybe? Although I suppose we'll see in the epilogue. Stanley. We will surely be missed. Excelsior, good sir. Excelsior. Alright, so that was, the Silver Lining. And yeah, that definitely resolved the Hammerhead plot. I didn't expect the DLC to entirely focus just on Hammerhead as like the main villain, but so it was. And it wasn't a bad side story to the whole thing. Each one kind of added a couple different enemies, a couple different types of bad guys you were supposed to face. And I would say if you enjoyed the main game, then you would definitely when it comes to DLC, whether it should be considered required or not. I would say that if you enjoyed the story of the PS4 game, if you played through the whole PS4 game, then I would say you play through the DLC. If you didn't finish the main game, obviously, why are you getting the expansions? But as long as you played through the main game, that makes the DLC worth it, because it carries on the story, and does a pretty good job with it, too. Plus, it feels as though the DLC plants a bunch of seeds for whatever the sequel, for wherever the story goes next. Because we have Yuri, the cop on the dismissed cop on the edge. However, her precinct doesn't know about this, about the fact that she killed the mafia enforcer. So, does that mean once she goes back to becoming a captain, if she goes back to becoming a captain, does she start killing people on the sly? Then we got Black Cat, who we now know is still alive, but she's probably incredibly rich, as she has all of the Magia money. So, in theory, she has no reason to actually go back to stealing other than the thrill of the chase, so to speak. I have not heard from MJ since she left from Simcaria, so I don't know if she's still there. And Norman Osborn is still technically the mayor, though I'd imagine he's not going to get voted back into office come next election. And Miles is training to become the new Spider-Man. And then the remaining villains are all on the raft. Yeah, it's Miles.
Ready?
I think the web shooters are a little tight.
Get used to it. Just try to keep up.
Thanks. I tried my best.
Okay, Hammerhead's finished, but his men are still out there. A spider's work is never done.
Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.